Yay, CB got here just in time. While I fix things, unmute everybody, please. Never mind, I was faster.
A
There we go.
wizard. A wizard is she.
Cody, let me just tell you, in the little private chat when you were asking how many prepped prompts you got, I thought it was Fox asking me if I had prepared everything. And I was like, I prepared everything except the Google Docs. That's fine. I can do that now.
Well, you know what? I'm glad I reminded you somehow, some way.
Excuse me. It was the questioning whether or not I did everything, and then my brain going, did I? Excuse me, but did I do everything? Also, why is my chat overlay not working? Give me 1 second.
Is Matt here?
No, Matt will not be here, which is why we have RIP Matt down there. When you're missing, it says RC for RIP CD. I need to make little avatars, and by me, I mean I need to somehow convince Fox to make little avatars with tombstones. One for you, one for Cody, one for Matt, because the flash fiction cannot happen without. Actually, I guess it could. You could rip it.
I could.
I don't know if I like that.
So
We all need a tombstone. Fox, you could put whatever you wanted on the tombstone. It would be great.
Yep.
$30. All right, bet when I get back. I feel like it should be 40 since I want you to make 4 of them, unless you're saying 30 is my discount.
Where's the Venmo? Let's.
He's Canadian. They don't have Venmo. I gotta PayPal him.
Okay, what's the PayPal?
Fox, what if I just wanted my own tombstone because I'm greedy and I want to see what you would put on it? But hello, everyone. I see an RP. I am not certain why the comments are not showing up on the overlay like they're supposed to. Very displeased about this. But while I set up the Google Docs, I want to ask how everybody's weekend and stuff is, but first I want to let everybody know that my anxiety is kind of coming and going. Perfectly normal for I think my PMDD is just acting up. So all will be fine. Just if I suddenly get weird in a different way than my migraines make me weird, that's probably why.
I always get anxious before these, and I don't know why. It's I've done dozens of these, and every time my tummy's like, we're anxious.
I mean,
don't wake up until 2 minutes before it's supposed to start.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, I try not to, but who knows? It's probably going to happen.
That's super normal, though. A lot of stage performers still get anxious before every performance, despite the fact that, it's their job that they do routinely. So
I get nervous going to my job, and I'm like, why? I've done this every day for 5 days a week for the past 2 years. Why do I have anxiety? My job's easy. Well, it was, but you know what I mean.
I will be traveling for a convention tomorrow, so that is most likely compounds the issue. Hey, I have a straight flight.
That's nice.
No homo on the flight. No, it's a direct flight. That's the actual term.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's good.
So, doc 1. I don't know why I put doc. It's just number 1. I'm trying to be fancy with it. So my weekend was good. It was a barrage of family stuff, and then also getting ready. I'm mad at Amazon because I was looking for compression bags. I was just to look at one so that I can bookmark it for the next time I travel for a convention, because while I am pleased that my airline allows a carry-on and a personal item, not all of them do for all of their seats. So But a week's worth of clothes does not fit in the backpack I have. So I wanted to, and then it was like, hey, if you order this package today, it will be delivered Monday, June 30th. And I was like, oh, bet, yeah, it must like have this specific product must have a warehouse near my city, because that happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wake up at like 2-3 today, and they're like, package arriving tomorrow. It hasn't been processed yet. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. You lied to me.
You know those backpacks that you and I both bought for the travel? Yeah. Mine's already ripping apart.
Backpack.
I'm like,
that's
come on. I had this for less than 6 months. It handles a singular trip.
I've used mine for a couple conventions now, and it's been pretty good. But I did fear for its life when I was trying to shove everything in it for this one.
Yeah, that's my problem.
What are we discussing today? Okay, hold up. We are going to go into what today is. All right. So today is a special flash fiction free-for-all for event, which is the writers will be given the same prompt with the goal of writing a flash fiction, which is 1,000 words or less, within the time frame of 2 sprints. Writers must only work on their stories during the sprint and not in between. The story must be given an ending regardless of whether the writer was able to finish their intended plot in time. After the first sprint,
Cody,
oh, no.
That would be Sam.
I think, okay. Yep. Ripperoni.
Okay. After the first sprint, the audience will have the opportunity to adjust ideas. Oh, wow.
It moved.
To the screen. Can I fix that?
See, we do need a Sam gravestone.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're just continue like that.
Yep.
Right now. Hi.
Welcome back.
The audience will have the opportunity to adjust ideas for the writers. This can include concepts, betrayal, genre change, it was a dream, minor events, it started raining, a dog barked, or an object or set piece, an orange, a seagull, a sword, etc. The writers will each anonymously select an idea and must include it in their story. There will be no pandering to the audience or other writers in regards to story content. After the second sprint, each flash fiction will be prepared in a shared anonymous document. The audience will then have the opportunity to read the stories during the third sprint and vote upon their favorite. After the voting concludes, each writer will reveal to the audience the idea they used in their story. Ta-da.
all right, you can control the thing.
I can. The theme of this one is second places. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
So these are in the past when we've done a bunch of these. This is the runner-ups. So we pick a favorite out of the runners-up. So prompt 1, genre, writer's choice, location, Paris. Object, a bottle of hair dye. Scenario, as it turns out, a puddle of blood was the least surprising thing in the room. POV, write in first person. Fun.
The doctor would be like, do I remember these?
I don't remember these. Genre, I don't know. I'm not your mom. Concept, time travel. Which I love time travel. Intro, yesterday you'd forgiven me. Object, a banana.
Okay.
Okay. Genre, okay, I remember this one. Let's see. Character, Lord or Lady Belcast, leader of the Griffin Squadron, one of many tall tales. And bearer of the 9th prism feather, steward of the 1,000-color orchard, and, well, desecrator of the 1,000-color orchard. Quote, "'Twasn't me, my lord. I ain't seen no vagabond either. Honest I am. Weather, it's quite windy. Usually is."
I remember this one too.
It's a good one. Genre, horror. POV, third person limited. Narrator, cruel and snarky. There's a difference, but they're both. Scenario, didn't study for the damn test. Hell, didn't remember there being a damn test. But there it is. It's a test. A scantron and all. Cherry on top, the pencil is dull and there's no sharpener. This feels like a...
I remember this one too.
but I don't remember this one.
I think you were sick during this one. This was like one of the more recent ones.
Okay, context for the audience. Right now I am on Benadryl because I have a couple spider bites from working at camp last week. But I swelled quite big that I accidentally showed earlier on the camera when I was taking off the Band-Aid. So if you saw that, sorry. So I was asleep a couple minutes ago, and then Sam called and I put on makeup to make myself look presentable. So that's the vibe over here. Over here. Yeah.
And I've been here. So I've just been here.
All right. So the horror one. And there potentially is a poll in the YouTube chat.
Give me 1 second to make the poll live.
Okay, there'll be a poll in a second. The horror one,
Yes.
the Bellcast one, time travel, and Harry. I have ideas for a couple of these. But not much. As my brain is currently booting up. So I enjoy the "'Twas me, my lord. I ain't seen no vagabond either." Honest, I am. It's giving Samwise Gamgee.
I had to escape to my room because everything was getting my laptop was getting too hot in the garage.
How dare Summer?
Yeah, how dare.
How dare.
I have not set up to stream in here anymore.
Storm is currently screaming at me. It's fine. All right. Oh wait, I have to vote for one.
Yeah, you two go vote.
I don't know which one I want to vote for though. I'm not particularly drawn to any of them, and I know there's one I particularly do not want.
I'm drawn to a couple of them.
Not having two screens for this is so sad.
Are you streaming from your phone?
Oh, this is my laptop.
No, I wasn't sure. I was like, you could do the other one.
No, my laptop sadly possesses a singular screen.
I just have your idol from K-pop Demons in my head.
I don't. It was a good song though. It was a good song. I enjoyed that song.
I didn't say I don't like the prompt. I just said I don't gravitate towards any of them currently.
Well, currently prompt 3 is winning.
That's the one I voted for.
Oh, because that's the super long name.
Yeah.
Chat do like making us use those super long names.
They really do.
What did it lose to?
It doesn't say you have to put the full thing in.
Oh, but we do all the time anyway.
That is the unofficial law.
Yeah. That started with Glimmerfang when we all did it. It's like, well, it's an unspoken rule.
Well, I wasn't there for that, so.
She wasn't.
No.
I'm gonna write like 50 words, be like, this is good enough, and go back to sleep.
It's just the prompt and then just the end.
Hi, my flash fiction is 50 words long.
It was windy. Esquire said to this person, and then that's it. Good night.
I could do one of those like one sentence stories. It's like a thing. Yeah, there's no rule for minimum word count.
Yeah, there is not. Only for maximum.
Skyrim is on sale right now for 75% off. So I bought it this morning.
Ooh.
And
The remastered one? Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of Oblivion. Never mind.
Oblivion. So I bought it.
Apparently, a microfiction is defined as 300 words or less. So I think we should, in the spirit of it being a flash fiction, shoot for 301.
Okay. I can support that.
Also, hello, ER. I don't remember saying hello to you before, so. Prompt 3 is the most interesting. That's fair. I'm gonna look at the prompts again, not because I was busy moving, so didn't actually hear any of them.
Also, Fox, if you just want to make them harder, make them harder. No problem on me.
I want to say really arrogant stuff, but it's not the same when Matt's not here.
I mean, you can still say it.
Yeah, but it's
Still
only
shit
to him.
Yeah.
They have a special connection, Cody. We're just
I know, it's fine.
Being enemies.
We're just here, if anything.
No, my friends. Matt is my nemesis.
Okay, Fox is my best friend and my nemesis. He makes the prompts.
He's my best friend and my nemesis.
We know this.
Aren't those like
the
the
nature
best,
of our relationship?
Best friend and my nemesis. But like, aren't those just the best relationships though? If you don't kind of hate your best friend, are they truly your best friend? At least like a little bit.
To be fair, you don't have to hate your nemesis, and I do not hate my nemesis. We just are nemesi.
I don't think you should kind of hate your best friend.
Yeah, that's
just like a little, like a tiny,
I
like a
don't know.
1%. I guess hate is a strong word.
It is. It's a word I reserve for things that
This
I
is
feel
true because they do say don't hate
greatly.
something unless you're going to put a lot of energy into it. I guess
Exactly.
nemesis would be a better term.
Yeah.
If they
No.
aren't your nemesis a little bit.
It just
Okay.
means we challenge each other and often
Yeah.
try to annoy the other one just because we think it's funny.
Hmm.
But like we don't ever cross there are boundaries for the ways in which we
Mm-hmm.
Matt's not my best friend, but he is my nemesis.
which is fair.
They're like, what boundaries? There are none.
No.
All right, let me double check how long Nicole has been alive.
It's been alive for 6
My-
minutes.
My groupings for the tabs that I have in the browsers is now shocked because I grouped them for 2 screens. Oh, I can close this one now. I don't need it.
And now you only have one.
It's okay. I will just combine some of them. Put the timer and the chat with the Google Docs.
My
I'm
family.
streaming from the bedroom because it's too hot in the garage den without an AC. She came in, asked me what I was doing, and then heard I was streaming and promptly abandoned me.
My family signed up for like the pool near us, like the community pool. Signed me up like a couple summers ago or something. Maybe not even that long, but it won't stop emailing me. Like I'm like, I don't care.
You can unsubscribe.
Yes, I just did that, but I was like, this is going on for a very long time, and they just sent me 4 emails in a row. I was like, oh, okay,
That's crazy.
no.
When I start seeing like daily or even like every other day emails from a place I didn't sign up for or care about, I'm like unsubscribe. Get me out of here.
I'm always like, how did you
get my information?
How did you find me?
How did we?
Who betrayed me?
yeah. All right. Who betrayed me? Who sold me out?
Which one of you fuckers I subscribed to sold me out to somebody else?
How much money was I worth? Because I want to know. I'm curious.
I probably signed myself up for things. Most of the things.
Well, I know I signed myself up for most of the things, but then there's other things where I'm like,
Yeah.
All right. The poll has been up for 8 minutes, so I'm gonna leave it up for another 2.
Fun.
Yes. So far, prompt 1 and 2 are tied, but for second place. Prompt 3 has 50% of the votes. Poor little prompt 4. Nobody wants me to write a cruel and snarky narrator.
Thank God.
I didn't even fucking register that was the narrator.
Yeah.
That was the one where I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do for that. The other ones I kind of have ideas, but that no.
Which one did you vote for, Cody?
I voted for prompt 1.
Cody wants to do the not for her reference.
I didn't know it was a not for her reference. I just thought it'd be really fun. The puddle of blood is the least surprising thing in the room. To me, was like, what can I make more surprising?
Fox says no one wants romance, no one wants horror. Understood, audience. No one wants Sam's favorite genres. So rude.
So rude.
Whose audience? Sorry.
Are we doing queer people, like a queer theme to these?
Oh yes, we all agreed that our characters shall be queer for today.
Ah, okay, cool.
I'll write a war story. Fox. Oh, is that Fox?
I don't want to.
I will if I have to.
Oh, how
Ooh, I could progress the magic system one I did last time.
Fox will have a flash fiction free for all where it's all war stories, and then the next one where it's all cannibals.
And they'll have the next one where it's just like a slice of life.
Even I have limits in them. Do you? All right, the poll has ended. We will be writing full prompt tres. Which is... Which one did you vote for, CB? The time travel?
3. I voted for 3.
Got it. Excuse me. So I will DM you to say prompt. Cody, where'd you go?
It should be near the top. Well, maybe not for you, but not for me you are, but I may not be for you, and that's okay.
How many people have spoken to me since I last spoke to Cody?
I don't know. Probably. Well, last time we spoke was last Monday, so probably a lot.
All of my children.
So. Okay, now I need to remember to look at this more often than I did last time. Make a checklist.
Hold up.
Oh, hi.
It's because I had to remove it when I came back, so that it removed it from everywhere. So, rip Matt has to go over there. All right. Is everybody ready for the first sprint?
Yeah.
Got your eggs, got your chickens.
Sure, I guess. They're somewhere on the farm, but I don't know where.
Fair enough. All right, so we will see chat in 30. You are more than welcome to work on your own stuff or try to write your own flash fiction to the prompt. 3, 2, 1, go.
Join us. It's fun.
5-minute warning. keyboard's down. I have to sacrifice my keyboard for my mouse and vice versa.
I'm good.
Oh, I have to. My headset is connected to my laptop and my phone, it would seem.
Oh.
My fingers are so cold. How would we do spoiler free?
Well, real quick, everybody throw out your suggestions. Oh, this is the, for anybody new, this is the part of the stream where chat throws out suggestions for us to add into our stories, be it items, situations, characters, etc., etc.
Spoiler free, I'll have a story that will have an end.
That's good.
Let me tell you, I did not struggle bust with an idea. I struggle bust on writing at the moment because my brain is just not in. After having to boot scoot it into here, and then I'm like, my brain is just focusing on things that I need to do. So I put on a playlist very loudly. In my headset because my husband is sleeping over there. Wrote myself a little, it's not an outline, it's like a log line for how I want the story to go. And now I've like got this set up and now I'm like, now I just have to get to the execution of the idea. So, and the quote, I'm sitting there going, how do...
Yeah, not gonna lie, I did forget about the quote for a sec, and then I was like, oh wait, I need to introduce that. I need to have a reason for that. So it was just kind of like gonna be a thing, and then I was like, oh wait, there needs to be like another element to the story. Like another beat into the story. But now we good. Asking chat to suggest stuff so it's not just Cody and I.
Yeah. I'm secretly hoping this small break in between will help my brain figure out the rest of what I'm doing.
I am going on pure writing trust of my fingers at this point.
Yeah. When I started, my thing was just like happening. And I'm like, I'm here for what was happening. But I think that's the drugs. So.
Hey, Matt wrote one of his favorite stories while he was on medication high, so.
Yeah.
I'm not. I could go back to sleep, and I think that reflects in my story.
You're about to do the same thing I was going to do, Sam, but we could do it one by one.
I thought about it, but I was like, no, there's periods. They're broken up. It's fine.
Yeah.
Several hooligans. Questionable soup.
Shooting Star Festival, Splintered Arrow, Brainstorm, Mongoose, Poison Apple.
I want to say something about these suggestions, but it would be a spoiler hint as to my story, and I don't want to do that. I'll say it later.
I feel like this could be good, but not in my hands.
You'll be all right.
Oh yeah.
Mother, 1 second.
There, like I said, there will be an ending. There will be a story. What that is, we'll see. We'll see what it is.
I could turn mine into something a little longer. I feel like it should be longer than a flash fiction. I think it should be a full short story, but it's fine.
Well, the good thing with a lot of these flash fictions, at least some of them, I'm all like, when we do the anthology, I am definitely making this one long. It's like, yes, this is good for my concept. Now
yeah.
Flesh it out.
This is good for draft 1. All right, let's.
I want to say a thing, but it would totally give away what mine is. So I'm not, but I'm just going to write it down so I can say it later.
Okay.
I
used to, this is just about my writing in general, not this story specifically. I used to be a really big overwriter, but now after like the writing hiatus, trying to stay up on like researching writing and stuff, now I find that I have overcompensated and I am now an underwriter, because that's like the most critiques I get from CPs, beta readers, and my editor.
I have always
asterisk my editor on one project so far.
I have always been an underwriter, and I probably will for everything. I'm just said it. Move on.
In my opinion, it's better to be an underwriter. Having been both, I prefer being an underwriter because it's a lot nicer to hear people say, add more, add more, add more. Yeah.
I'm adding what Fox said.
Oh, now a questionable stew instead of a soup?
What if questionable feast?
What a questionable what?
Feast.
Questionable feast.
All of the dishes are questionable. That's my suggestion that I'm throwing out.
Mine should really be much longer than I'm going to be able to write it. And I'm sad about it. I just don't have. It's like a cool concept, but I'm like, I don't have the bandwidth to do this justice. I could maybe do it justice in 1,000 words if I was in a better headspace. But you guys are just gonna get what you get.
Hey, it's fine.
But it's
fine. Listen, you're probably still gonna win.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The point of the Flash Fiction Free-for-All is not to write 3/4 amazing first draft Flash fictions that are going to blow people away. It's to have fun while challenging ourselves to write a story in a small amount of time with a limited amount of words, and to just make it entertaining. It doesn't have to be good. Good and entertaining is not the same.
Yep.
My mother just gave us a suggestion, so I'm putting it in.
Also, good is so subjective.
Fox says also to entertain me specifically. There's so much confidence tonight. Hey,
it's not a lack of confidence. It's just
I like my story. I like where my story is going. I just don't have as much control over it as I usually would.
I feel like
I'm rolling with it.
I feel like if it wasn't for the quote is what's really messing me up. But like,
I'll figure out a way to put that damn quote in.
Oh, I'm gonna figure it out. But like, also, I feel like if I was also in a different headspace, I would have a much. I like my concept too. It's just.
I would like to clarify something. Because I realize, like, in the prompt, it says we can, like, write a lord or lady bellcaster, but the quote specifically says me lord. Would it be acceptable to change it to me lady if anybody wrote a lady bellcaster instead of... I'm asking Fox, the creator of the prompt. You be quiet.
I guess I viewed that as it could be they were talking to any lord.
I know. Again, I'm asking Fox to see what he thinks.
Yeah.
I want to know what his intention was. Yes, but you should do 2 jumping chats for penalty. No.
I don't wanna.
I have another comment, but I can't say it because it's anyways.
Ooh, okay. All right.
I was just asking on technicality.
Yeah. I feel like I have a different idea that's similar to what I'm working with, but could probably work out more.
Are we? Never mind. I can't say that either.
Stevie's like, I have so many things to say, but I can't say any.
Yeah, that's why this part, honestly, I think this is the hardest part of the stream for us.
It's like, I can't say anything, but I want to say everything.
Yep. Also, if anybody starts to feel stressed out, you can like check me out in the bottom corner. There is a 7 out of 10 chance I will be dancing and singing as opposed to writing. That's what I did for a lot of it. And then I was like, normally we don't speak on word counts, and I'm not going to say exact numbers, but I like had 2 paragraphs, and I'm like sitting there dancing, and then I look at the time, and I'm like, oh shit, so much time has gone by, and I had to very quickly.
Yeah.
So
I'm just
it's just thinking, a good thing that I am a fast typist.
I would also say I'm also a fast typist, and I'm happy about that.
This was some of the least planning I've ever done, but
I don't have an outline.
I sat down and I was like, I have an image for my opening, like my opening shot, and I started just describing that, and it was totally like,
I have an image for my ending.
That's good.
I was secretly hoping I had an image for the middle, but I don't, just to complete this.
That would have been perfect.
I did have
that has an image for the middle, so
yeah.
You have an image for the goal.
I have an image for a goal.
Fair.
May not be the goal, but I have one for a goal.
Well, the goal is just to finish the story.
Yeah.
You said it'll have an ending, so it's cool. You're good.
Screamed at by Storm.
I did have like a good opening image too, that I do actually kind of like the idea of. So we'll see how that goes. I'm sure I'll keep it, but I have like the babiest of outlines, just like help me that I wrote in like the last minute, just to be like, all right, just to help me remember things. Because I took my meds today, but my brain is just not holding on to anything.
I'm sorry.
I
also took my meds today, but it's not working. That helps.
Good, mine earlier, but it's fine. All right, should we go back to writing?
Let me check the timestamp because it should be 15 minutes.
Okay, I was just saying that because Chad's not saying anything, so I was like, might as well.
Yeah.
It is our job to entertain. Also, this is my break, bitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Hang on.
This is for us you guys to go refresh your drinks, take a bathroom break.
Yeah, bio break if we need it.
I do have to go to the bathroom, but I don't feel like getting out.
And that is such a mood. I feel that.
I have to go to the YouTube chat to take. I know that we are almost it's almost time.
What I remember we discussed something last time. Can you incorporate your own suggestions as long as you have someone else's suggestions as well? Why?
Correct.
Yes.
Awesome.
That's not what I wanted. Oh well. Does anybody need to is anybody going to go to the bathroom or go do anything? Okay, go. Run to the bathroom real quick. Storm, but no thunder. Oh, wait. Okay, that's the opposite of the
yeah. Yeah, because I saw thunder, but
I was like, wait a minute. I've read that before, Cody.
Yeah. Accurate, because I also read it and said, I'll do the opposite, just to be fun. Because I need some fun in my life.
Oh, hey, RP. How are you doing? A magic quill / pen, you say?
No. Not an actual Storm, not Storm the cat.
Lies. You meant Storm the cat with no thunder. That storm would be pandering. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that's why I said.
Story.
That's why I said out loud the point of clarity. It's like, yes, it is Storm, not TP's Cat Storm. Although cat meowing loudly.
What about my cat?
Oh, Fox just
No,
said
I
a
heard
point
Well-
of clarity. It's not your cat Storm, it's
She
a
heard us
storm.
on the way back. Also, we have an RP now. He has joined us.
There's like something stabbing me inside my hoodie, and it's like
Oh my gosh.
Fine.
I might need to get new headphones because these things die every 13 seconds. And then when I try to
RP
plug
is
them
here.
in,
RP is here lurking. He is just being productive.
but then every time I plug it in, like if I breathe the wrong way, it unplugs itself.
That's unfortunate.
So I was like, I may just need to get new headphones. I've had these for years.
Sort of productive. All right. So our options are a blanket, gravel road, gum, a hut in the middle of the woods, drugs, poison apple, mongoose, rainstorm, a splintered arrow, shooting star festival, several hooligans, questionable soup. If you add in just 1 or 2 hooligans, it will not count. You must have 3 or more. Aunt Hilda, a bridge collapse, a headless statue. Why is that door open? Thunder but no storm. Blue paint. Questionable stew. 1,000-color feast. Ooh, I like that's a tie-in with the forest. Someone who has no money. My mom.
No, my mom said something around the
I also read it that way, and I was like, why are you adding your mom? Like, oh.
No, it's my mom that wants to show up in your story.
It was a quote from your mom's. It's your mom's suggestion. I get it. It just took me a moment. Tongs, storm but no thunder, a magical pen / quill, and I was about to say RP's here. So in your story, if you put a person with the initials RP saying I'm here, I will give you bonus points personally. And yeah, remember to write down the suggestions. What's pandering?
If you do
This
the
is
RP, you get
bribery.
bonus points.
I don't vote. You know that. So I'm a tiebreaker only, and we haven't had a tie. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. 5 minutes. We're done. I have to switch to my mouse. Okay.
Closest I've ever run up towards the fire.
Honestly, same.
Also same.
Did you
I wanted a different way to end it, but the way it's ended is fine enough.
I wanted to change a character's name, but then I looked up, it said 10 seconds, and said, oh, we're not doing that.
We do not have time to rename anybody.
Yep.
How do we send this to you again, Sam?
However you want. Google Doc, regular doc, doc to doc to doc. Ah,
Hold
I
on,
accidentally closed the doc.
No, hold on. Wait. There we go. Use that link instead. I will delete this one.
Okay.
Because I forget that mine's set to like, if I just hit share, it's restricted. I'm like,
yeah, it's so annoying that it does that.
Yeah, it's like, can I just have
Not
you
even
set?
my default.
Yeah, it's like, can I have you set so you don't do that, please? It makes my life easy. I only shared one person. It's okay.
Just auto add me. Sam can see everything.
I mean, things in here you may not want to see, but you can see them.
I'm not gonna go snooping.
No, there's like nothing. There's nothing of interest in here anyway. That's all my Millen note.
Cody, I just had a dumb. I saw the name Bellcast and I was like, we had the same name. Oh, did I copy paste mine?
No, that was the name I wanted to try. So how did you guys feel without giving any spoils?
I feel fine. I'm really tired. It definitely is a piece of a story. And the ending is not as slow as I would want it. But it's fine.
Okay.
Hi. Like, I would include a couple more beats in the second half.
Yeah.
Mine is perfect. 10, 10.
I'm kidding. During the second sprint, I pretty much changed everything. So then had to change everything and then figure out how to end that. So it's a story with an ending.
Okay.
Which is and it's under 1,000 words. So
Mm-hmm.
I did it. I did it, guys.
That's all that you needed to do.
Yep. I did my job.
Actually, I struggled. My brain was just not braining. I was struggling so hard to just write. It's like I knew what I wanted to write. I had the idea that I wanted to, and I knew how I wanted to execute it. But my brain was just like, no, we don't know how to do this thing you call writing.
Mm-hmm.
And then, in the very last 10 minutes, my brain was like, oh, wait, this is what you wanted to do? And I'm like, son of a bitch.
Mine was, it would start a thought, but then in the middle, it would just end. And I'd be like, okay, we have a start. Where are we going? And then my brain would be like, what? It would just be like,
Sailor Moon's birthday hath betrayed us.
So it's just like, guys, I need full thoughts here. And my brain's like, what are those? Do we have those anymore? So it's pure vibes.
It was flowing in the first half, sleepy flowing. For the second half, I was just like, bum, 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 just thinking, and I was like, oh, I should probably write words down. But we good.
I was like, this would be a really good way to end it, and then I couldn't formulate the words for the ending sentence I wanted. I said, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I had I can't say that.
Gotta wait for all the other comments.
Yep.
I will say Fox is probably going to clock this based on style. It's
Fox-
just,
Yeah, Fox's gonna know which one to buy immediately. I think everyone will.
I did not have the brain power to try a different style today.
I attempted it.
Okay, hold on. Let's
Go
see.
you.
Share.
Yeah,
Share
I attempted it. If it's good or not, sorry.
There's no
Enter.
Matt here to flip flop. I feel like Matt is the one that gets flip flopped with everyone
A little bit.
for guessing.
Yeah. I
Fox,
know.
I have not read the thing you sent me yet. I did not have time.
One simply did not have the time.
He was like, I wrote you an ending. I can't help it if you didn't use it. And I'm like, I don't have the thing. It's almost like you both have the same prompt.
Huh.
The prompts don't only include, don't always include names. That's what I wanted to say. Again, though, I still like my story concept.
Yeah.
So
Do we want to do a shorter time for our last one because each of us it's only 3 stories instead of 4 to read?
nay, I require 30 minutes regardless.
Okay.
Were you trying to link us to the folder or to the story in the chat?
Folder.
'Cause it led directly to story 1.
What?
Yeah, at least mine did. I don't know if anyone else.
Oh, because story 1 was highlighted. Hold on. That's never happened before.
That's what, like, hey, if you're trying to do this one at a time, okay, that's new.
No. Thank you for letting me know.
You are most welcome.
Share. Anyone with link? No. Everyone's only allowed to read one of the stories. I know their story.
You can only vote. You have a choice to vote for all 3, but you can only read one. Good luck.
I have to start the poll over. Okay. I will write the poll and then I will start the timer. I will, after I finish reading, since Fox and I are the slowest readers, I will check with him and then we will check with chat to see if anybody else needs time. Which story?
So I hate that, I had to increase. I thought I had. Well, actually, I should decrease it because I thought I had to increase my Google Drive storage, and it gave me AI stuff, and now it's everywhere. And I'm like, I don't want any of this. Get me out of this. And now the entire time, every time I stopped writing, it'd be like, "Do you need suggestions?" I'm like, "No, shut up."
Oh my god, all 3 of us started our story the same fucking way.
That's so funny. I just opened up the ones that weren't mine, so I don't know.
I always open up all 3 because it says who's reading, so I don't.
Yeah.
I always have all 3 open, so
We all
Yeah.
have very
I do.
sometimes as I'm reading, I will fix somebody's typo too. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Snow, I got you, Booze.
Yeah, I always have all 3 of 2 just in case, but it's always funny.
Are
I
you
didn't
gonna-
really read them.
Timer. Reading time.
I'm still setting up the poll.
Sorry, I'm sleepy.
No,
let's get
still
this
needed-
going.
she's like, just leave me alone.
And he's like, I want to sleep.
Can I just submit my story and go to bed?
No, you have to vote.
I know.
After you vote, you can go to bed.
I vote for number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
No, you have to stay.
I tried to get you an out.
We're already down. Look, the official rule is if there's only 2 of us, we just do a write-in. It could have been a write-in if you didn't want to come.
No. I've been too much recently. I couldn't bail again.
Listen, I had a full plan B set. I was like, cool, I have to make a pirate shirt for Ren Fair coming up. I'll do that tonight. I'll figure out new sewing techniques while doing sprints.
Okay. All right, I am starting it.
Yeah.
Go. I believe everybody has finished reading, and the timer is hurting my soul. I was like, oh, maybe it's just because it like would pause every time a song would change on my playlist on my phone, and I was like, maybe that's it. That didn't affect it while we were writing, but maybe it's being weird now. So I turned my playlist off, and then it did it again.
Oh, that's cool. My headset died. Didn't even know. I was like, man, Sam's muted still, I think. And then it's like, oh. I was like, oh, there's no light on. Let me.
Hmm.
All right. But I'm going to go ahead and end the poll then. I just saw somebody come in. To Danger07. Hey, hiya. Thanks for coming in. We just wrote flash fictions in an hour, essentially. And everybody read them and voted. Does anybody want to throw their, and when I say anybody, I mean chat, want to throw their guesses as to whose was whose out?
Should I say Fox's guesses?
You can say Fox's guesses, just not yet. Cody CV, also have your guesses prompt.
Mm-hmm.
I completely forgot that was the thing, but I do know who I believe whose is whose.
Oh yeah, I'm positive I know.
Lies. There's no way to know.
No,
I never know.
pretty positive.
I feel like I do, and then I'm always wrong.
All right. I'm giving chat a moment to a chance to type out their guesses and share them if they have any. Also, like at some point while I was reading, started feeling randomly anxiety, panicky. So that's fun.
Oh, that's always fun.
No reason as to why, but
Her claws getting caught in my chair, and then she's just like, "Help!"
I cut out. Okay, you put the stream on audio only. That's chill.
Mom, mom.
Yeah.
All right, so the winner of today's flash fiction free for all is number 1, which was mine.
Yeah, it was.
Did you guys know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Deep in my soul is I'm gonna just be like, baby, that no. I knew.
I mean, see, we had your guesses over there.
Yeah.
You started announcing. So Fox was right and got Sam's and Sam's. And number 2 is Cody's and number 3 is me. So.
Would you ever try a team deathmatch for flash fiction? Like.
And then Fox and I talked about the lore of mine because I forgot that we agreed to do queer stuff until I had written my whole opening, and I was like, fuck, this was going to go to one character and a ghost thing.
Cody also forgot.
No, I didn't.
No, there's lesbian sex in his, not actually, but the
nope, they're lesbians in mine.
Yeah.
The lady in the head guard.
Oh. Yeah, who had like warmed her bed the previous night.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had this like really cool idea, and then I was like, shit, I need to make it gay, but I really am not thinking like it wasn't going to be like romance at all. And I was like, I know there's other ways to be queer, but I was like, so now I have this whole lore of this world that apply to the story, but it's fine. Still like I got my first couple paragraphs.
Well, number 2 was Cody's.
Yeah.
And number 3 was CB's, and you two tied for second and third. So I have a win.
You do.
Yay!
And it was because a woman went and murdered a man.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And she said, "Fuck this man."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was prepare a funeral and a coronation.
Originally, I was
send them
gonna
to my office. I was like, I can't argue with that.
I was originally going to kill Miranda and then have Eleonora kill the king and then resurrect Miranda and then she live eternally with an undead queen. But I didn't have enough time to write that out by the time my brain started working again. So I was like, I have to cut out part of my plot.
Yeah, I have this whole nature god thing happening and the world being corrupted. And then originally it was supposed to be originally I was gonna have it be Lady Belcaster. And she was gonna be a ghost and a shape-shifting ghost who puts the Elric through a trial and they debate her past deeds to debate whether she was a villain or a hero. But then I was like, oh shit, I need to include gay people. I mean, I could do something else, but I was like, I mean, have the bandwidth to handle something right now.
I mean, she could have been gender fluid.
Yeah, Elric was originally a woman named Quinn, and then I saw the Malord line. I was like, oh, maybe my queerness will be Elric being trans.
There is still a Quinn in the story, and that had confused me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I also saw I was like, is there a third person here? But
I was like, is Elric carrying a Quinn? I couldn't figure it out.
Is Quinn Elric? I don't know. Fox said I did Elric. He immediately knew it was mine. Yeah, I closed out of it.
Mine originally was going to be how Lady Belcast came to be the steward and disgrace the Thousand Color Orchard, but then I just couldn't think of anything, period. And then I saw Fox's Shooting Star Festival, and I bring it. What if her desecrating it is picking the fruit out of it for the festival or something? All right, cool. We'll work with that, I guess.
I burned that thing to the ground.
I was like, ooh, how can I do it? It's like, ooh, she'll burn it. It's like, but why would she do that? And it's like, oh, maybe they'll have it for a keep for originally it was supposed to be when the daylight first hits, it shines and it obscures this village. It's like, no, but a rainbow wouldn't really obscure it because then everyone would know where it is.
Matt said, popping into chat to give you all my best wishes and also to check who won. 'Twas I, Bartholomew. 'Twas I. I am now reigning champ.
Yep. But this is one where I was like, you know what? I have an ending. Theirs is a story. I'm moving on my day.
From the very beginning, I wanted the ending scene to be her sitting on a throne with her eternally undead wife. I wanted to have a whole Lich Lord situation as their servants knelt before them. But like I said, I didn't get the ending I wanted, but I got.
I had 50 words left. Was at 950 words, and I still had even after I switched to the romance thing, I still had 3 beats I needed to include, and I was like, fuck, the power of true love is what reconciles. They're not talking about what happened in the past. They're just gonna lay one on it and give them an order, and that's what's gonna happen. Because I'm like, fuck, I spent too much time describing the cold, but I refuse to delete it because that's the part.
I had nothing during the first sprint until 10 minutes left because I was just sitting here just what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So it was just like writing out just like general ideas. It was like, okay, I kind of hate that. Okay, I don't like that. It's like, and it's like, all right, cool. I kind of have an idea. So it's like, all right, maybe hopefully during the break in between, my brain will start to fester ideas.
For flash fiction, you just don't detail things until later.
Or in my case, I just I detail things from the very beginning, and then I have nothing but dialogue towards the end.
No,
it's like
there's gonna be a fight scene too. It was all Fox said like this feels like the opening of a novel, and I'm like, I think that's where my brain was going. It's like, oh, it's a novel. We have novel length to tell this story, and I'm like, oh, I need to like pick up the pace.
I got to pick up the pace and cut some of these goddamn words.
But I think it can be a short story if I go and make it not get back to my original idea, or even I was like, because at one point I was like, oh, maybe he like kisses to seal the deal of getting, and I was like, no, it's weird.
I do like how we were all like, I do like how initially we were all like, Lord or Lady? Lady Bellcat?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It was so fun. Like, I didn't, in the very beginning, I knew from the jump, it's like, it's Lady. There's no quims, no qualms. I was like, could it be a Lord? Nah, it's Lady.
In my brain, I was like, I will make her a lady. And then I saw the quote, and I'm like, she will be the one to say it. And I'm like, how am I going to justify that? Because such poor grammar for a lady. And then I'm like, she was a vagabond. Vagrant. Matt, thank you for your congratulations. Yes, go read them.
What things did you guys pick?
I picked the Shooting Star Festival from Fox, which is really what saved my bacon.
I had a storm with no thunder.
I had thunder with no storm.
Until she made lightning. And then I guess thunder probably followed that later. But
I had thunder when they kissed.
There was...
And then I had the blanket.
I really wanted to incorporate RP's magic quill thing. And, like, but my idea was to, like, have her write a letter and, like, the magic quill then basically, and the Emperor would also have paper, and when she wrote on it, the words would appear. But then I was like, oh, that's too all that glitters. Because Eric, that's how his list works. And then I was like, the Emperor, the Empress. I'm like, well, I got to be careful. I'm just retreading old territory.
Didn't you also have, like, Griffin with, like, prism feathers in your Sam? Or, like,
yeah. Well, in mine, the prism feather is an actual griffin feather, but griffins are, like, extinct now. So it's more...
For mine, sorry, I totally interrupted you.
And
you did, so rude. And so the Griffin Squadron all have like magic Griffin feathers that give them magic powers, but no Griffins anymore.
Yeah, I agree with Fox. Magical Girl Prism Feather Flight is so extremely sad. I had him have wings in his old squadron. They all used to have these golden wings. And so they're just referred to as Griffins, like the name of the squadron, because the wings.
Originally, she was going... Oh, sorry, go on.
And then it was always going to be coming here to this temple for the magic sword of the 9th bearer, and then, like, originally it was going to be Elric, because it was going to be the 10th bearer. But then I was like, oh shit, wait, no. And I was like, oh, the only person that can bear the sword is the Belsum, or not Belsum.
Bellcaster.
Yeah, Bellcaster. Bellcast. It wasn't Caster. I think it was just Bellcast.
Yeah.
And then I had this, like, the sword looks really cool, but I didn't even give... I had like 3 words left, and I had to go in and delete some stuff. For describe and because I was like the sword, I was gonna do this whole description thing that was like, anyways.
She's like, I'm an underwriter. I
yeah, fully
words to describe everything.
Cut to, ooh, I can't describe this, or I'll have to cut other things.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I
fine.
stand by that I'm an underwriter. Other than apparently that one, the opening.
It's just
Because I just kind of like zoned out and described someone walking. I'm gonna walk for a while. This is our long opening shot. Yeah.
So mine, the griffin's wings were prism feathers.
Yeah, that was pretty.
So I
that was very nice.
The visuals of like She-Ra, Princesses of Power.
Yeah, I really, well, I was at the very end, I was like, ooh, I kind of want to, as she flies off, like the leaves shine like fire as she goes and reflects light. It's like, but it's 1,000 colors. There's more colors than just red. So I guess it's rainbow lights. Which, if you think about it, is very queer.
Yes.
I was originally going to have her riding a griffin until I reread the thing, and then I was like, oh, many a tall tale, and I was like, the griffins are the tall tale.
I was gonna make it so there was like the Emperor's squadron are called the Tall Tales because they're like legends. They're like myths. No one's really seen them. It's like, oh, she's one of the Tall Tales. It's like, oh, you hear her name. It's like, oh, that is a legend. You don't see her, and if you do, you don't make it out. And then it's like, well, can't do that because I have 10 minutes and I have a completely different story.
That's right. All right, Whale. CB is very tired.
Yes.
So we will go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you all for joining us. I do not have a stream next Monday.
Nope.
So so I will catch you all the 9th for Work Wednesday.
We'll see you. Well, I'll see you in 2 weeks. So I'm back again.
Bye.